Hypnosis repairs a relationship that wasn't strong enough to hold up to her bodybuilding desires. This is for entertainment purposes only. This short story is only for people over the age of 18.
Kevin, I'm not asking for much.
Lorraine said when she stopped by my apartment.
I have a goal, and I want your help. I don't need your help, but as a friend, I'm asking if you can do this for me.
I almost told Lorraine to drop dead. Lorraine and I dated for about 2 years. We'd been romantic and passionate and very close. We went to this fitness competition, since I was part of the audio team for the production of the competition, and for some reason Lorraine got it into her head she wanted to look just like the overly muscular women on stage.
I want that.
Lorraine said, looking at the women. At first I thought she meant sparkly bikinis, but she didn't.
They look so strong and powerful.
She looked at me with passion in her eyes.
Kevin, I want that.
Lorraine was 3 months into daily gym visits to sculpt her body, with big muscles and low body fat, that it started to show. It was then I decided to call our relationship off. She was more into bodybuilding than our relationship, so we agreed to stop our relationship. I didn't tell her I was not a fan of her hard, muscular body.
I think that's for the best.
Lorraine said when we talked about it.
I want something, and I can tell you don't. As much as it hurts, I get that our relationship isn't strong enough for you to follow where I'm going. That doesn't mean we can't be friends. Maybe friends with benefits, if possible. How about we see where we're at in a year?
In a year, things hadn't gotten better, but they hadn't gotten worse. I cheered Lorraine on as she was on stage at her first competition. I was there for her, not her sinewy body. When she didn't even get past the initial elimination phase, I knew she'd be devastated.
I need to get bigger.
Lorraine said when we were having smoothies later.
I've put in so much work, but there's this limit in my mind. I push myself, but I can't get past this weight limit in my head. I need to work on my head as much as my body.
Somehow this involved me. When Lorraine brought up the subject, I thought she was joking. Yet, I did feel something left over for her, even after she went all obsessive about bodybuilding. That's the only reason why I agreed to help.
I want you to hypnotize me.
Lorraine said, and was serious.
I don't mean I want you to swing a watch in my face and make me cluck like a chicken. Go on the internet, find some hypnosis script, put it in one of those text-to-speech programs you've got, toss in some subharmonic tracks, and make my brain melt and reform into a bodybuilding machine.
Lorraine wanted me to use my skills in audio editing to melt her mind. I could have turned her down, but the work would literally have taken less than 30 minutes. That's the only reason I made a hypnotic audio file for Lorraine. She'd let herself be hypnotized and listen to what I thought was some subconscious encouragement to build muscles. Admittedly, I didn't write the script or create the hypnotic sound files that I pulled off the internet. I should have checked things. I found out much later I'd accidentally included a subharmonic track that would compel her to obey whoever gave her the audio file. The script included lines that would make a person want to build muscles for show. Then I made the mistake of listening to the file myself. I wanted to see if it sounded good. I kept falling asleep, or I thought I did. Really, I was hypnotizing myself over and over again to build muscles. After a massive amount of coffee, I finally heard the hypnotic file the whole length and figured it was fine. I emailed the audio file to Lorraine, not thinking too hard about it. What I was thinking about was if Lorraine could build muscles, so could I. Without realizing it, I was spending every free hour, every night, at the gym. I was pushing my body almost to the permanent damage point. Every day was the pain of sore muscles, but it was a good kind of pain that made me want to get back into the gym. I dropped most of my body fat and had started wearing tight sleeveless shirts and shorts that showed off my own powerful legs and calves. The women were taking notice of my growing physique. So was Lorraine.
Wow, Kevin, you are looking hot.
She said when we met up for a fun night of miniature golf.
When did you get a six-pack? When we're done here, how about we go to your place and you can show me everything?
Lorraine had grown too. She'd packed on more muscles, filling out her frame. She even scraped up enough money to get breast implants, which I drove her to and from her surgery. I was quite surprised when Laureen said she'd been hypnotizing herself every night with my audio file.
It feels so good to sink into hypnosis.
Laureen said as we were lounging naked in my bed after a round of vigorous lovemaking.
I'm completely under as soon as that voice tells me to relax. I don't even remember hearing what it says anymore. You're a genius for making that for me. What can I do to thank you?
She said this before slowly, sultry, moving down between my legs and opening her mouth wide. At some point, I realized that Laureen was doing everything I said. It didn't matter if it was what color socks to wear or to drop and give me a BJ. If I told her to do anything, she would. If I told her to think, say, or do anything, she would. The only thing she wouldn't do was stop listening to her hypnosis file. I tried to make a joke of her obsession with the hypnosis file I made her.
You want me to share this file with other women?
Laureen asked when I half-heartedly suggested it.
If that's what you want. Do you want other women in bed? Do you want me in bed too? I mean, I will if that's what you want. I guess I could try to enjoy other women if you're involved, that is.
This is when I started looking into what the hell I had made. Laureen never showed any interest in other women, ever. Now, she wanted to be with me and other women in bed. It took a month, but when Laureen asked at my direction, Cindy, if she'd be willing to be with us in bed, Cindy readily agreed. She agreed with everything Laureen suggested. The file said the recipient would obey the one that gave them the file. So Cindy obeyed Laureen, and Laureen obeyed me. Cindy didn't have as large of muscles as Laureen, but Cindy was super sexy with the way her abs flowed into her bubble butt and to her smooth but muscular legs. Cindy's biceps were enormous and had no problem pleasuring Laureen and I at the same time.
Oh. Slave, that's wonderful.
Laureen moaned as Cindy, with the ball gag on, could only do as she was told. Cindy saw herself as Laureen's slave, and I had no problem with that.
Make sure.
Laureen gasped.
Make sure that you make Master feel good too.
Cindy couldn't respond with the ball gag in her mouth, but she leaned over to drip the uncontrollable drool onto my member she was pumping. It was a year after I made the hypnosis file that we were heading back to my place in my car. Laureen asked,
Master, are we back together again?
I think so, I said with a grin. Mind you, I had my hand between Laureen's legs, feeling the growing heat there. I glanced in the rearview mirror at the back seat where Bailey and Tyra were naked and in the classic 69 position, going at each other with an animalistic ferocity.
I think so too, Master.
Laureen said, and I saw her body flex with an approaching orgasm.
I cannot consider being with serving, obeying, fucking, or submitting to anyone but you, Master. So good.
It was a delight to see my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, and now slave shudder and shake from a powerful orgasm.
The end. This was a work of fiction. Any similarity between people, living or dead, is purely coincidence. This scenario did not, or should not, have happened in real life. Thank you for listening.